Good morning, Bulldogs. Welcome back. Today, I really wanted to get into the point of view. And you've all heard of this. Um, well, when I look at it from your point of view, you don't see things from my point of view. What does that mean exactly? So today, we're going to look at the three different types, or really it's four points of view, but I really want you to focus on three. You've got first person, second person, and third person. Now, there are two types of third person. We'll get into that in just a minute. But I wanted to go over some of the points of view so you can understand what it is that you're reading and who's telling the story. And there are some clue words when you're reading that tells you what point of view a story is written, okay? So behind me, I have my who is telling the story point of view poster. And if you'll notice, who are all the characters? It's Cinderella. My favorite story. So I can use it to teach my lesson. So when you are thinking of first person, who's the most important person? When you're thinking, who's the most important? Who is number one? Me. I. That is first person. First person is always told I, me, my, we. Okay? So you have your clue words down here. Okay? That is, if a story is told in the first person, it is being told from one of the characters. So if you tell me about your day, that is from first person point of view. That is you telling me your own story. Okay. Second person has a narrator telling the story. Not part of the story. It's totally third person. Or sorry, second person. I'm sorry. The narrator is telling the whole story. You're going to see words like you and your. Where the narrator is actually speaking to the reader. And you guys probably will not see a lot of that, especially in your academic writing, but you still need to understand what it is, okay? So you and your is second person. Again, who's first? Me. Me, mine, I'm first. So first person is me, mine, I. Second person, you can come next, you and your. Third person is everybody else. Third person is he, she, and they. So those are going to be from, you're also going to be told by the narrator in this one, okay? This one has the narrator being part of the story, okay? So the narrator is telling the story, but unlike second person, the narrator is part of the story. In second person, the narrator is just telling it to the reader. The narrator is just there. Hope that makes sense. We're going to practice with it today. I have uploaded an assignment into Canvas for you, and it's going to give you guys some practice. It is going to let you read through these passages and tell the difference between first person, second person, and third person. Now, if you'll recall, I did mention there is a difference in third person. There are two different types of third person. So I bet you're wondering, so how are we supposed to know? Well, you have third person limited, and you also have third person omniscient, and we need to understand what those are before we can go on, okay? So when you are looking at third person limited, that is where the narrator or whoever is telling the story only knows information from one character's point of view. They only know one thing, okay? So if I'm telling the story of my first period ELA class, I'm telling it from one student's perspective. I'm relaying his or her information, not everybody else's, okay? Third person omniscient, the narrator is all-knowing. The narrator knows everything. Kind of like your mom. The narrator knows everything, sees everything, is aware of everything. So not only do I know what's going on in the mind of my student sitting on this side of the room, but I also know what's going on over here, okay? Third person omniscient knows everything, okay? So what you're gonna do on today's assignment, I've uploaded this, but I'm gonna give you a sneak peek, is Halloween themed. You have a short passage, only about a third of a page maybe. And then all you have to do is, what is it written? First person, second person, third person limited, or third person omniscient. and try to highlight a few of those keywords we talked about. I, me, and my is first person. You and your is second person. He, she, they, that is your third person. Okay, so if you can highlight some of those, and now we can follow your thinking to see where we're getting our answers from. Okay, there are only 4 passages. So I want you guys to take your time, do your best, and get this submitted. It is due today. If you have any questions, we do have a Zoom this afternoon, and we will definitely, we're going to be talking about the point of view. That's how important this is. So definitely take a look at your assignment. So if you have any questions, we can definitely hit on that during our Zoom, and we're going to go into it a little bit more, okay? Good luck, everybody, and I will see you guys later this afternoon. Bye.